I have a question for you. I have a new hot neighbour moving on the ground floor of my building, and short of being a weirdo, I've been trying to get his attention as I come in and out. Sometimes when I see him parking up, I come down and check my postbox just so I'm in the lobby when he gets in, and he hasn't said more than hello. Am I overstepping, do you think? Or do you think I should approach it differently? I think you should just fucking go for it.
Yes.
Yeah, you should just go for it. I think people think that guys are like got something going on in their head, but really we're not thinking of fucking anything. So when you come in and say hello to him, he's just saying hello back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If he's anything like me, he'd probably be thinking, "Oh, she's hot" or whatever, and like just think nothing more of it.
Yeah.
And then it's when you have a bit more of a conversation that he will start to clock on that you might actually show some interest.
Yeah. I think, yeah, because I think I don't want to say it, like women seem to worry a lot more about like what men think. Whereas like
Yeah, because I think women are thinkers and we are just monkeys, really.
yeah, we are, yeah. Like I used to hate trying to figure out whether someone was interested in me or not when I would just wish they would just come up to me and say it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Just so I didn't have to fucking... I hate that whole... Like, if you come home and your missus is angry, and I'm like, I'm not going to figure out why you're angry, I'm just going to fucking leave you to it. Unless you want to tell me what I've done wrong, you know what I mean? You're just going to have to sit there and be miserable because I ain't got the capacity to figure it out.
See, I am the opposite. I cannot drop it. If Charlotte's give me the silent treatment, I'm creepy crawly. I call it the creepy crawly husband act, in it, where I'm just hanging around. Like I keep poking her. I do annoying things like I poke her bum and stuff. I'm just like, "You're right. You're right. What's going on? What have I done?" And then eventually it'll come out. "Oh, you haven't put the washing away," or something like that, and it'll be. I finally get out of her, but if I'm annoyed, I just go dead silent, and then she could ask me to the end of the earth, and I would never say what's wrong with me.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. But like I always say, like when I went to Canada and say with like Jim and Carol, I said to Carol, I was like, do not get annoyed because I haven't done something because I won't know that I haven't done it. I was like, I won't be offended if you say to me, Dan, can you do something? I'm like, please just tell me like I'm a child.
Yeah. Sometimes the social cues just aren't there.
I haven't got any anyway because I just haven't. I haven't got any. So like the same with like Sabina made a joke the other day and was like, will you throw away the toilet roll tubes? I just don't. It's not in. I don't think. It just doesn't. It's there. It's gone. Whereas someone said to me, "Go up and do it now," I'll get up and I go do it now because they've asked me to do it, which is a really childish, way of doing it. But it's my brain. That's how it's done.
It's just the way your brain works. Do you know what I mean? Because what I do, this is slightly off subject, but what I do is with things like that is I'll ignore it. Like I'm surrounded at the minute by parcels that I need to return. Like if I was to turn the camera around, you'd be like, the room is fucked with the amount of parcels. I tried to order a suit and I've gone through about 9 different combinations for this suit for this wedding at the weekend. I've got all these shirts and fucking trousers that I need to return. I said I was going to sort it out today. I'm sitting surrounded in it because I didn't sort anything out. But then tomorrow I'll be annoyed at myself and I'll be like, right, I'm going upstairs and I'm going to fucking sit there and sort it out because I'll be annoyed that I've done it.
You need my brain,
so I have
mate.
like an afterthought, if you know what I mean.
As soon as I close that door, it doesn't exist until I see it again. My window in my bedroom's been open for 3 days because every time I get to work, I think to myself, I haven't closed that fucking window. And
Do
then
you know
I come
who'll
home.
be in the house, Dan? The bin man.
Yeah.
The bin man will be in your house.
Yeah, he will be, yeah.
He'll be in your house quick as lightning.
But yeah, the point we're getting at is that you are like she said overthinking, and you are overthinking it because he's not thinking anything. And like, as long as obviously he's single, because we don't condone that, just say to him, stop him, say hi, how you doing? Oh, are you new to the building? You know, get conversation started, and that will then get his brain moving. Because if I've come out of the car and I'm coming into a building, someone says hello to me, I'll just go hello, and then carry on going.
Yeah, because you're thinking about what you're bringing up the stairs and
Yeah, or what you've been doing, or so stop him. Just like a little intro, like I said, like, oh, you new to the build? Oh, I haven't seen you about. Oh, I've seen you a couple times. You know what I mean? Just to get the conversation going, and then that starts, and you can get indication from there.
yeah. I think now is the time to do it, because if you leave it like 6 months, they've been in that place a long time. It'll be weird that you're trying to have the initial talk with him then, because he'll be like, "Why does she care all of a sudden?"
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? That because he will think you're being neighbourly at first before you like show any interest.
yeah,
But yeah, I think now's the time to do it. You could easily introduce yourself and get away with it. So I think I've always been overly confident though. I wouldn't hold back.
It is.
Go for it.
It is a scary thing, but then you just gotta get on with it. What's the worst thing you can say is be like, "Oh, sorry, I'm busy," or like, "Oh no, I'm not interested," or I mean,
I've got someone or something like that.
yeah. Well, if you leave it too late, like because you sent this email in a couple weeks ago, the only other thing you do is like, if you're going out to meet at mates, like invite them with you. Be like, "Oh, you're new to the building, and I'm going out for a few drinks. Did you want to come along?" That's a good way to get an introduction.
Or like if you was to like organise something like with the local neighbours, say if there's a neighbour you know that you get on well with, invite people round or something.
Yeah, have like a
And then you
little
just be invited to that.
flat thing. Yeah, there is a few different ways to do it, but don't wait for him to make the first move, because unless he's an anomaly, we ain't thinking shit. Actually, we probably are thinking that if he's coming home from his work, he's like, "I need a jobby," and you're getting your post. He's like, "Oh god, got to squeeze one out."
If you're just getting, you could be Beyonce, you could be fucking J-Lo or something, yeah. But if when I used to walk into my building, and you were just getting your post, I would glance at you, and I'd be that busy thinking about what I'm gonna have to get Rocco away from whatever I've got or whatever, like going into my flat. I wouldn't even be thinking about you whatsoever. You'd be like a side thought. I know that sounds terrible, but
Yeah.
you're just, mate, that's a small interaction. So unless you're in the lift, if you stand in the lift together, then that's a little bit more. That's the normal things in movies, isn't it? Like they're standing there thinking, "Oh, what do I say in the lift?"
Yeah. Harold and Kumar does all that stuff, doesn't he? Goes out to meet her in the lift. But yeah, it is nerve-wracking and stuff like that, and if he's good looking, but guys need a little bit of a nudge. And I can say that because I need a massive nudge, more like a baseball bat when it comes to me. But just, I mean, it sounds bad to say that the women's got to make the first move, but in this case, you do. Without dropping something on his head.
Sometimes when the guy makes the first move, it means they're a little bit of a fuckboy, a little bit of a player. So, if anything, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's true, actually, yeah. He's a bit full on if he's a bit full of himself, Jack the Lad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's like a partially unconfident guy.
There's plenty of them out there.